with the ITTF regulations, checking the manufacturer's logo, checking the thickness, the smoothness, and how shiny the surface is. And now the two players having a look at each other's racket. Kyung plays with a long pimple surface on one side, very good for imparting backspin against topspin. And so the rackets have been approved. The players now know what their opponents are playing with. Players, as always, will take a 2-minute practice. Kim Kyung on the right of the screen there, number 34 years of age, number 16. There she is. She has been ranked as high as number 4, bronze medalist in the Olympic Games in Athens. And there's the left-handed Kasumi Ishikawa, still a teenager, currently ranked at number 6 in the world. Her more experienced opponent, semi-finalist in the Asian Games, Kim Kyung in 2010. Multi-sport event held in Guangzhou, and she's won 5 pro tournaments. And she is going to be a handful for the Japanese teenager. Ishikawa's won 2 Pro Tour titles, Chile 2011, Morocco 2010. She did win the Pro Tour Grand Finals for the under-21 age group in 2011. That tournament was held in London at the Excel venue, which is the venue for the Olympic Games, the venue for table tennis at the London Olympic Games. So she's obviously quite happy with the facilities there, and we'll be looking for some good performances. But now the players have had their 2-minute practice, and the noise level is still quite loud. But I'm sure this very knowledgeable German crowd will give this match the respect that it deserves. But inevitably, when the German players start playing, they're going to be supporting, as indeed you would expect no different. Certainly, Ishikawa.
Yeah, the only worry is for Ishikawa is the power, if that is enough. I mean, she really needs to be unbelievably patient to solve this task.
Kim Kyung had an epic battle against Ai Fukuhara, losing 11-9 in the 5th game. What a game that was, what a match that was. She's had a considerable amount of time to recover from that, and it should be noted that Kasumi Ishikawa also had a 5-game thriller against Kyung, winning 11-6 in the 5th. Topspin the ball into the body of Kim Kyung. Telling yourself to be patient, not to rush. But it's whether she can generate the power with that fast forehand topspin to get the ball through the stonewall defense of Kim Kyung. And of course, Kim Kyung, when she's away from the table as she is now, is varying the spin all the time. The hand of a magician. She's sometimes cutting underneath the ball for heavy backspin, and she sometimes changes the point of contact to float the ball, send it back with no spin. And you can see there the smile on the face of Kang Hee-chan in the corner. He thought at 2-0 down, things were looking pretty grim, but superb performances by Kang Yi-seo against Sayaka Hirano, beating a 3-1, and then, quite amazingly, Seo Kar-young beating Ai Fukuhara 3-0. And so, I'm sure Kasumi Ishikawa didn't think she'd be put in this situation, going on at 5-all. But she's doing okay.
Good attack. Being a left-hander, I think perhaps is an advantage in this case. So let's see if she can really find the angles, then just start well against with good placement of her forehand topspin. So important, I believe, for her to all the time mix up and be consistent.
The worrying thing there was that missed by a long way. Whether she misread the spin, I'm not sure.
Same time, you never know. As we said before, Kim at times I think has played against Fukuhara better than yesterday, but she put up a fairly weak performance actually against a player that time it wasn't really known for being good against the fans. So for sure there's chance for Ishikawa here.
Ishikawa was very quick to give the point to Kim Kyung. We'll just see that again. Just see there the faintest of touches. This down. She's giving the point. I don't know. Ishikawa going a little bit stressed, but in fact the point had been given immediately to her. Just now taking her time. Shows you the stress, the pressure out there.
Well played. I like the tough attacks to the middle also from Ishikawa. Some great physicality involved in that smash as well.
Oh, that's fantastic play. That smash was quite low when she took it on. Let's have a look. There it is. It's great play.
I like the emotional state of mind also, because you really have to embrace a situation like this. It's still a learning. You're 19 years old and you get the opportunity to finish off a match where your team has been in trouble. And normally if you're going to have success in a team event, you know as well as I do that you have to have those crisis matches that you need to solve. You can't just run through and win 3-0, 3-1. You're going to have a match where you're tested, really. So let's hope that Ishikawa can answer here for the Japanese team. If you're a fan of Koreans, obviously hope for the experienced Kim. But there is drama coming here for sure.
Ishikawa with her second serve. 8-9. Good smash. Moves the ball around the table. She's up against an experienced campaigner, and 34-year-old Kim Kyung is the teenager from Japan. It's now the business end of this first game. Kim with her two serves. Oh, she's lifted a little bit too much. Game point to Kim Kyung. and the Republic of Korea. She topspins off the end of the table again, and Kim Kyung wins the first game, 11 points to 9. Not a lot of spin. She lifts, the ball goes off the end of the table, and you can see the delight on the face of the seasoned campaigner Kim Kyung. But there were some encouraging signs from Ishikawa, Michael.
She didn't play bad at all. I thought in the middle of the game that she's really trying to keep her emotions up, and I think that's important for her. So she's moving all the time and really investing a lot of energy into the forehand top spins.
Full discussion in the Korean bench. But at least they will decide something. And I have to give some credit to the coach, actually, because I wonder here, he got the perfect lineup organized. If you know that, okay, number 3, Dan can play maybe against Hirano, that's a good matchup, but also Seok is getting in her against Fukuhara in a crucial time. So, and then putting Kim to finish off if it's 2-2. So, you know, there could be some credit going that way if this is a turnaround as well.
Good start by Ishikawa.
But I wouldn't put up too much of a red flag for Ishikawa. I think she can play, she can stay in this match and can be very competitive against defense.
Took the smash on well. This will be a very significant win in her career to date if Ishikawa could pull this one off. Not much you can do against those. Hit the net, hug the net as it rolled down it on Ishikawa's side of the table.
Question, of course, for Kim to keep her defensive strokes or her shots low enough and with a lot of spin.
Just hesitating a little bit. Looks as though she changed her mind. But it's Kim now to serve. 2-3. Second serve. Smash.
You have to be precise also where you put that first opening shots. I mean, go middle sometimes, just take off some speed also in your opening shots at times to get the defensive play to move a little bit in her defense.
Good rally. Kim Kyung just changing the tactics, through one back with topspin.
It feels like a must-win for Ishikawa this game. Going down 0-2, I have my doubts that she can come back and win, but obviously a big difference in if she could win this game.
Well played, smashing into the body, taking the topspins early down the angles.
easy to win for Kim. He's in trouble all the way, but came back and was able to trick Ishikawa with a very good floater there. It looked like spin, but was not.
Through the backhand up with no spin, the smash then into the body. And Ishikawa in good form.
It's important for her to get her backhand opening involved. She had a backhand top spin where you really set it up perfectly and then follow up with forehand. Sometimes that's easier.
Oh, wonderful play. Japanese bench up on their feet, and so they should. Oh, good topspin down the line.
I haven't seen too many attacks yet from Kim, which means that she's fairly confident that defense will do the job for her.
Heavy backspin. Didn't quite bounce as Ishikawa thought it would. Hit the bottom edge of her racket.
Well played, really well played. A couple of good variations in speed and spin on her forehand top spins, and perfect for Japan.
One game point saved, 3 remain.
We see some hesitation on that one.
She's got a serves now, which is an advantage. Oh, well played, Ishikawa. Super play. She wins the second game, 11 points to 8, and this fifth and final match is evenly poised at 1 game each. At stake, quite simply, a place in the semi-finals.
It's interesting to see at times when Ishikawa comes a bit out of the table that she can also play from there. I mean, she gets a little bit more time, but can pull off some good strokes and come in back into the ball sometimes. And her forehand gets that body support or the movement forward that's so important.
In the schedule, they're allowing 3 hours per match. Each match, of course, as you're aware, the best of 5 matches, and we are now looking at 3 hours 20 minutes already for this match between Japan and the Republic of Korea, and there's still a long way to go. Chinese team are on this table next, the men's team against Austria. They've all gathered in the corner, but they've got to wait their turn, because we're in for a thrilling finale to what has been a fantastic match. It's twisted, it's turned. 1 minute you think Japan, next minute Korea. Now, who knows? Ishikawa played quite superbly then to take that second game. And added to that, we've got 6,000-7,000 in the hall making a lot of noise as Germany play Sweden on the adjacent table.
Seems to be some confusion. They called the referee over and
he's going to some spectators in the crowd. I suspect what's happened, they've been giving advice maybe, or...
No, the Korean interpreter is there to...
Which is ridiculous, really. That's just taking it, in my opinion, the umpire can't put... I'll bow to a greater knowledge if she understands Korean and can tell that that's advice. Completely wrong, of course. It could have been something else completely, but it looked to me as though she was being accused of advising. She's probably supporting, as you'd expect anybody to do. But meanwhile, Ishikawa takes the first 2 points.
Interesting to see Kim challenging that forehand side right away with just a side over spin. She feels that maybe she can get a few easier points.
Oh, good attacking skills from Kim. May well be that she's now decided after that second game she needs to attack a little bit more. She needs to break up the rhythm of Kasumi Ishikawa. Just overhit the forehand, just lifted a fraction too much, the ball off the end of the table.
She's had a tendency all through this team match to make a few errors, I think, with her forehand, even though balls seems to be okay. There was spin there, but not too much. She should have been able to put that one on table.
Heavy backspin, Korea a 4-2 lead. Good smash from Ishikawa, she worked well. Topspin after topspin, waited for the ball to raise a fraction, then she's in with the smash. There was the smash. Got away with it, the drop shot was a little high. She apologises for her good fortune. Don't think she quite got the contact between bat and ball that she was hoping, but nevertheless, a point's a point, and the score is 4 points apiece.
Hesitating again, and it's of course now a crucial time. I mean, I believe that again for Ishikawa to take this game here is extremely important.
get a bit of extra bite into that push return coming underneath it. 5 points each, halfway stage of the third game. Present, I'm sure, very much appreciated by Kasumi Ishikawa. Kyung serving into the net. Scores level, 6 points each. You can see the Chinese team there in the corner of the screen. They're next on this table, and they'll be delayed some 60 minutes or so before they start. Or 60 minutes late, I should say. It's now half an hour overrun on the 3-hour scheduled time. Ishikawa just can't quite get her nose in front here. Kyung just slightly on top, I would say.
Yeah, good angle there because she pivoted around the backhand corner and used her forehand. Creates a completely different angle to the middle, which is good. Good tactics.
That's a good smash, well played. Ishikawa, she blocked well when Kim attacked.
Kind of invited her to attack, and that's not perhaps not a bad idea because Kim's attackers are not that powerful really. It's just on placement and so on. If you are deliberately inviting her, then take the opportunity to counter attack instead.
Forehand topspin into the backhand of Kim Kyung-ah, and the Japanese bench on their feet. Ishikawa leads 9-7. Backspin. Came underneath the ball, fast accelerating wrist, butchered the ball, put a lot of backspin on it.
It's just a little bit too eager on that point, rushed it a little bit. Really not a smash, not a top spin, something in between.
Points each. This is a pivotal moment in this whole match. Whoever takes this second game's in a very strong position. And it's Kim Kyung-ah. Pushing error from Kasumi Ishikawa. Incredible play from Kim Kyung-ah. The whole crowd is fascinating to watch. The German men are playing, but they're watching the ladies, and why not? That was play of the highest order against anybody else. Ishikawa would have won that point 3 times. How on earth Kim Kyung-ah made some of those returns, and the crowd shifting their attention from the men's game to the women's game. So, the young lady on screen there, she's playing superb. Every credit to her. Teenager, she's been put in a situation where the pressure is enormous. She's coping with it extremely well. She was unfortunate to lose that game 11-9. She played wonderful. But now, the Republic of Korea, and there we have the coach, Kang Hee-chan. And Kim Kyung there getting support, encouragement from all members of the squad, as indeed is Kasumi Ishikawa. And I would suggest now, Michael, Republic of Korea favourites just quite simply on the basis they're 2-1 up. And Ishikawa has to win 2 back-to-back. It's going to be tough.
It seems like to me that Ishikawa has played at least a good game according to our standard against the style. So kind of tough if you didn't get this game here to regroup now and try to really hard to get involved again. But let's see. It also depends, of course, how Kim reacts now. Maybe is it too safe now, or will she continue to attack a few times? To go back to Ishikawa's service also, it needs to be best quality, really, because to try to create a few extra points, make it a service and return game suddenly, and try to score a few points instead of just hammering down to the defense. They need to have the ball running at 6 to 7 times, because Kim is such a safe defensive player. If she is there with her racket, the ball will be on table. Maybe not the best quality, but very, very safe.
Ishikawa.
Are we up for some drama here now? I spoke to some of my colleagues, and really was a guarantee if you commented with you, Don, that in these championships we go overtime and we go long and we go 5 games.
I always pick the exciting games, Michael. You're guaranteed drama, excitement, and above all, what we're seeing here, absolutely fantastic table tennis. It's a pleasure to be commentating. Ishikawa 5-2. Can she push ahead here?
So important serve now coming up. 6-2 or 5-3 is such a difference. It's interesting. Yeah, you have to love this sport. It's fantastic to see how it so quickly can turn around.
Heavy topspin from Kim Kyung. Would have thought that would have been bread and butter for Ishikawa, but it wasn't. Took her by surprise, pinged off her bat. And she now has her 2 serves to come, the teenager from Japan. That was a good one. Good angle, got it out wide with side spin, 8-3. Looks like we're going to be set for a 5th And final game.
Almost like some kind of agreement. Let's go to 5. And Kim really didn't come out with good quality in the beginning, and Ishikawa flying, and that's what will happen then. And why not? It's been this kind of game. We thought for a while there it would be a one-sided affair. We called basically Hirano as the match winner, but turned out differently.
It had been finished 2 hours ago. Hirano would have won. And we'd have missed all this wonderful table tennis. So, destiny has provided us with a feast of table tennis. And it's not over yet.
No, not at all. Especially now with only one serve left, or 2 serves, I should say, on Ishikawa.
Five game points. Have we used the timeout? I can't remember now.
Good question. I do not think so, but because that ball on screen there should indicate that. No, that's the serve, of course.
That's
sorry.
the serve, yeah. Oh dear. I'm pretty sure we have used the timeout, because I'll be calling it now. 10-5, 10-8, 3 consecutive points for Kim. Are we going to have another twist and a turn now? We look destined for a 5th and final game, and probably Ishikawa's slight favourite, as she won the 4th game comfortably. Oh, well done, Ishikawa. Fantastic play. Played a lot slower, waited for the right ball, smashed it, and she wins the 4th game 11-8. And we are now set for a 5th and final game that will decide the outcome of the whole match and who will go through to tomorrow's semi-final. It's been a great game. The surprise packages for me was Dang beating Hirano very comfortably, and then the way that Seok played against Ai Fukuhara was quite amazing. 2-0 up, Japan, and then those 2 players put in superb performances. I would have probably fancied Kim Kyung in the first game against Fukuhara. Sorry, I got that one wrong.
It'll be interesting to see here. I mean, it really, we're looking at a fantastic Korean team effort if they will go through, because then they picked up 1 point each. And I agree with you. Dang came in, fought hard, got the advantage, won fairly comfortable, and then Seok fed off from that positive energy and really played a marvelous game against Ai Fukuhara. Didn't make any mistakes whatsoever. Let's see now. We're down to the wire. It's been a fantastic game.
3 hours, 45 minutes later, we're down to the wire. An epic battle.
Apparently, Ishikawa would feel that ball hit the edge. Interesting if we get a replay of that one, but no, she decides to go on. And so crucial for Ishikawa to really pick the perfect time to go with that quick smash.
been fairly successful, but she needs to get her full body support involved and do not hesitate.
Oh, good angle from Kim. You've got to have world-class attacking skills to get the ball past Ishikawa, and that's exactly what Kim did. World-class attacking player, as well as the best defender outside of China in the world. And then a little bit of good fortune for the Korean player.
Yeah, just trickled over, really no chance whatsoever.
What a good forehand topspin down the line. Good footwork.
And she got a lot more spin on that serve also, and really decided the ball will come there and I'm going to go around, and she decided that in advance more or less. That was a good topspin. I like that one. It was much more confident approach to that long, fast service.
Oh, 5-3, change ends, and it's Ishikawa in the lead. And Kim Kyung back to the corner for a timeout. So there was a timeout, but it was the Koreans who had the timeout.
A little bit of feeling also maybe of fatigue, as she played a tough 5-game here in the opener, now going 5 games again. It's tough to be a defensive player. You need to be in absolutely top shape, and kind of fading, some of the energy is fading off from her, and that could be a sign of physical fatigue.
She played 5 games yesterday, I think, against Hungary, against Petra Lovas. I'm pretty sure that went the distance. So some tough games for the 34-year-old Korean player.
Feels like she's looking for a cold shower to clear her head somehow. But regardless, obviously it's been very, very good table tennis and unbelievable entertaining to watch.
So the players now back at the table. And it's Kim Kyung with her 2 serves.
She's practicing her technique a little bit there.
In fact, it's Ishikawa with her 2 serves.
Yeah, this can be crucial time of this match. She had some good quality serves last time around, and
so we're ready to go. Ishikawa to serve. Oh, a soft point. Kim Kyung looking very puzzled at her racket. That was a fairly steady topspin. It's a bonus point there for Ishikawa. Stonewall defense from Kim Kyung.
A couple of times really on the white line. She's almost following through with her technique. Please, please. She kept the ball in play.
Oh! What a shot. The pocket rocket there.
One of the best shots during the whole match from Ishikawa, actually. Quick and very decisive.
Talk about being mentally tough. This kid's made of steel. Wow, again! Can she keep it going? 8-4. Still looks completely focused. Oh, and then there's no spin. A float ball. Thought she was lifting a little bit of backspin. 8-5. Second service coming up.
What a fighter, Kim. Really in trouble and now really embracing coming back in this rally here again. That should help her confidence. Really saving it all the time and just a sign of relief. And here comes the time.
Yeah, there's one part of me that would love the youngster to win as part of her career and to see it develop, but there's another part of me that says that what a career Kim Kyung-ga's had. And she's probably coming to the twilight of that career, and what a way to see it out, guide her team through to the semi-final of the World Team Championships in Dortmund. So, mixed feelings for me personally. Who's going to win? I'm going to go for Ishikawa only on the basis that she's got a 2-point lead.
Making it simple for herself. It's hard to say now, and the serve now has become so important for Ishikawa. And Kim, as you say, what a career, and obviously an Olympic year, she will play in Olympic Games for sure, but then it's a big question mark. We will see her again, and tough way to finish though if she would go on to lose 2 matches here against Japan in the team quarterfinal.
Oh! So a chance, went for the fast forehand topspin.
I think it was the right decision, and you know, okay, you can feel good about that one instead. It was the right decision, don't hesitate. What a match.
This has got 10-all written all over it, hasn't it? 8 points each. It's the deciding game of the whole match.
4 points in a row. Kim Kyung-ga. Make that 5.
That was quite a low one to smash, don't you think? Let's have a look at that again. That's quite low. So was that. Calmest person in the hall by the looks. Kasumi Ishikawa. Oh my goodness. That was a relatively easy return by Kim Kyung-ga's high standards. And it is 9 points each. Kim has the advantage of service.
And what do you do now? I mean, the correct decision would obviously be to go around and really work on your forehand topspin on the long serve. No, safe.
And she attacks. What a gutsy player, Kim Kyung-ga. Attacked when she had the opportunity. It is 1 point for a place in the semi-final of the women's team event here in Dortmund, and here we go. This for the semis. Oh! She's made of steel. Kasumi Ishikawa, that is mental toughness demonstrated in aces. I said it had 10-all written on it. And there it is. Alternate serving first player to win 2 clear points. What a game. Surely this is Japan's point. It is. It is.
And now here you now decision making from Ishikawa now. The service has been half long or long most of the time.
Topspin straight away. Don't think I'd go for a rocket though. Oh! Gutsy play again.
That was a block a few meters out. Anyway, yeah, and that was a tentative stroke, the first one as well. So, of course, nerves now with both players.
Can't believe how cool Kyung looks.
Change of pace did it.
Second match point for Ishikawa.
He's going for it. Unbelievable. And not really waiting for it either. First opportunity, then just a relentless attack.
So 1 match point for Korea, 2 match points for Japan. How many more times can this twist and turn? Oh, that was a bit low to smash. It was for me.
It was for Ishikawa also. She really started that one well. I thought that was a great shot. And then just rushing that one, and it's just brushing the net and bounced out.
Second match point for Korea. It's off the end of the table, and Kyung wins by 14 points to 12. What a quarter-final. What a win. What a comeback. 2 games, 2 matches to 0 down. And then 3 consecutive victories for the Republic of Korea.
And the Korean coach seems to be the coolest guy in the whole hall. He has to thanking his player and letting the team themselves take care of the celebration. It's wonderful to see, but it was a fantastic team performance, and they really picked up 1 match each, the 3 players, and impressive. And that's what experience, of course, can do too, but Kim was relentless in her choice of attacks and didn't show any hesitation whatsoever. Tough way to lose though for Japan. Maybe they relaxed, maybe they felt the pressure just building all the way through, because both Hirano and Fukuhara, I thought, gave up relatively easy under pressure and left it to Ishikawa, but she did a good match, couldn't do it all the way.
I thought Ishikawa was quite magnificent in that final match. I didn't think she would have the power to get through the defense of Kim Kyung-ah. Not only did she have the power, she went on to have 2 match points, 2 points for a place in the semi-final. It didn't happen, but full marks to both these players. A fantastic spectacle, one of the best team matches I've ever seen. Drama of the highest order, and I can only feel sorry for the youngster on the screen there. She was quite magnificent, and the lady there was equally magnificent, and what a great win. So that's it. I'm emotionally drained. I don't know about you, Michael. I hope you all enjoyed that.